Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Yoga Shalom at Home. I'm Reb Cantor Lisa Levine, and I'm your guide today as we sow some seeds for spring. There are hundreds of daffodils and purple grape hyacinth in our yard. I can hear some little baby birds outside my window in their nests. They're chirping. And I planted the first seeds of spring this weekend, and torrential rains came to water and everything. So the magic begins. Everything is ready to be reborn, free from the cold, from the dark of winter, from the hibernation, which has revitalized and energized the buds and the leaves. And they're ready to pop, they're ready to sprout. We're also ready to experience that emergence from dark to light as we prepare for our season of liberation. Zman Charutenu, our march from slavery to freedom. Now, the Hebrew noun zera literally means seed. Typically, it refers to the seeds of plants. As we read in Genesis, let the earth put forth vegetation, plants yielding seed and fruit, trees of every kind on earth that bear fruit with their seed. Today, we will plant seeds for hope, for peace, for blessing, for rebirth, and for the possibilities of what lies here inside of us. Those seeds will be planted with our asana, our yoga poses, and watered with our breath, our pranayama, and they'll be fertilized with our intention, our kavanah. They are nurtured and pruned and weeded until the seeds we plant today will bloom and be ready for harvest. All of that takes practice, friends, and that's why we're here today using our mats as fertile soil for our self-imagination and growth. What seeds will you plant today? Let's begin by quieting our minds, allowing ourselves to become fully present in this time and space dedicated to our fertile mat growing place. Sink into the chair or mat with the feet and sits bones connected deeply with the earth, the Shekhinah, Malchut. And imagine a string connected to the Keter, the crown, attaching to the source of all, of rebirth. Allow the energy of possibility to flow down into the head, into the face and the neck. Release the neck and allow that energy to flow down into the heart, allowing a seed of love to be planted there. Anahata chakra, Tiferet in Kabbalah, grace and beauty. As we continue our body scan, allow the energy of rebirth to flow down into Manipura, the solar plexus we spoke about when we were doing our chakra balancing. Plant a seed of courage there. Down the spine, into the belly, grounding into Yesod, the Chutzpah center. Plant a seed of strength there. Feel the tingling of this rebirth all the way down the legs into your toes, and feel the feet planted as though roots are going deep into the earth. Ola Mama, Adama. And then feel that energy of the earth coming back up through the legs, the hips, spine, flowing all the way up the back into the neck. And allowing the energy of that flow, water the seeds and the intentions today for love, for courage, for strength, for rebirth. Swallow in the throat. Soften the gaze. The drishti is either at the tip of the nose or eyes are closed. Allow the thoughts to drift away like clouds. If you need to picture a flame in the third eye to clear the mind, feel free to do that. And as you watch the flame flicker, watch it dance, watch it dissipate any thoughts that might be crowding the mind. Allow the thoughts to drift away until only the light of the energy of rebirth remains. And then imagine all of these seeds that we planted are going to be watered in a moment with our pranayama. Imagine them connected along the midline of the body with the chakras. Allow the energy to flow. Keep the eyes closed if that's available to you. I'm going to move back. I have a block here, which I want you to see so you can understand that the feet really do need to be connected to the earth or the sits bones on the mat. You can bring yourself into Sukhasana, easy seated pose on the mat, or feet down onto the block or the earth. Sit up nice and tall. Imagine that string at the top of the keter. Lifting the spine. Lift the spine. Allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Relax the arms and place the hands onto the knees if you wish, or do a drishti, circling forefinger and thumb together just to make this grounding a little bit deeper. Going to water our seeds now with pranayama, our breath, the life force. And as we do this, I'll invite you to be aware of the lungs. The lungs filling maybe perhaps more deeply than they filled before. And we'll continue to grow that space, the water that we're watering our seeds with as we exhale all of the air out of the lungs. Pull the belly button to spine, lift. And then after the lungs are empty, inhale through the nostrils into the lower belly. Allow the belly to flop outward into the lower lungs and then upper lungs. And as you exhale slowly, release the air. As you inhale, imagine filling a glass with water all the way up to the rim, watering all those seeds that we planted. Seeds of hope, of love, of strength, of courage. And then as you exhale, allow that water to flow out. Inhale. Fill that glass completely full and then release. And imagine that water just flowing over and around, through and in all of the seeds that we've planted. Release all the air. Squeeze the air out of the lungs. That's called weeding. Inhale. Into the lower belly. Imagine that well of fertilizer and oxygenated fluid filling all the way to the top, into the throat even. And then as you exhale, sweeping away anything you don't need. Releasing any emotions, relax the shoulders, relax the arms as you exhale. And squeeze all the air out. And then only when the lungs are empty, inhale again. Lower belly. Lower lungs. Fill the lungs as though you're filling a huge water balloon. And then exhale. Release anything, any fear, any toxins. One more inhale. And then release. As you do this release, allow all the seeds that you've sown to be watered. And breathe normally. Shake out the hands. We're going to be taking it nice and easy today, but we'll start moving our shoulders, just a little bit of rolling, rotating each shoulder back, each shoulder one side and the other, sowing seeds of hope into heart center, bringing our spirit back into our bodies after it's been roaming around all night long. Had a big adventure last night. And then once again, rolling the shoulders back, alternating the shoulder rolls today, just getting it nice and warm. Inhale, roll the shoulders back, and as you exhale, look up. Open that seed for water. Good. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up, and as you exhale, just bring the hands down in front of the knees. Breathing super important as you guide yourself through the asana. Inhale, squeeze shoulders up and press the shoulders back, or if you're on the mat, bring the fingertips behind. Good. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders forward and now come down a little bit farther. Perhaps you can get your forearms onto the knees. Let's inhale, raise the arms. Open the space and exhale as you grab the back of the chair or fingertips down behind you. Inhale, embrace the possibilities of this new month as we stretch forward and down. Spring, April 1. Inhale up. And open the arms, create that space for fertilizing seeds of hope as you exhale. In heart center. Open the spirit, inhale, embrace the sky one more time. Now reach forward and all the way down. Perhaps you can touch the ground this time. Feel the hips opening behind you. Feel the water flow. Good, inhale. Arms up, and let's do a side bend. We're really warming up the spine as we reach up with the left arm. Inhale, both arms up, and a side bend. If you've got some arms, it's nice on the chair. Otherwise, just lean over, use the core, use your belly to keep that strength. Inhale. Now become the sun. And both arms over. We need sun, and we need water, and we need fertilizer. Inhale, exhale for our seeds to sprout and bloom, come to fruition. whatever it is we're trying to inhale all the way forward, that we're planting today within our spirits. Good. Love, hope, beauty, and grace. Inhale. Exhale. Twist behind. Look behind. Inhale up. And twist the other way. Pulling belly button to spine. Inhale up. Hands come down the midline. Bring hands to heart center. What are we hoping for today? What seeds are we planting at heart center? So now we're going to sow some seeds of gratitude, friends, with Moda Ani, our morning prayer. Let's begin by just doing some little circles with the head, isolating the top of the spine where it meets the very, very top of the spine, where it meets the cranium, which is a technical term. I go in one direction, but it's a space that often gets a little bit tight, especially when we're sleeping or if we're doing gardening, whatever more active things that we're doing as the weather warms and we come out of hibernation. So just do some little circles in one direction and then the other. And as you do that, begin creating a force field above you of gratitude. Keep this force field going throughout our practice and throughout our week. Now we're going to come to center. Inhale, exhale, look to the left. Really stretch the neck out. Inhale and look to the right. Isolating the top of the spine. Other way. Inhale, exhale. Look to the right. Good. And come to center. And let's start with some little baby circles at the bottom of the spine now, where it meets the hip cradle. So we're getting those warm-ups all over the spine, from top to the bottom. And then go in the opposite direction, little tiny circles, starting out slow, and then we'll make more space as we go. Breathing. Good. Go in the opposite direction. Now lead with the spine. Lean forward. Go all the way to the left. Press back. All the way to the right. You can see that I'm making this circle much bigger. I'm creating that space all the way down for gratitude, all the way down into the hips. Good. Lead and then go in the opposite direction. Leading with heart, sitting back. All the way over to the left, leading with heart, all the way to the right. Good. And then when you come to the center, inhale and add the arms. So now we're going to really create that force field of gratitude. What are you grateful for today? Bring that into the body. Bring that into every fiber. Every breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stretch way up, and then go to the other side. Gather the gratitude as it comes into the fingertips. And by the way, energy of the ever-living thing. That's the gratitude that I have today. All those birds chirping outside my window. Even the little bugs and the cicadas that are going to come out. Open the heart center. Embrace the sky. Embrace that gratitude. And then all the way over. And if you're on the ground, you can even bring your forearms down if you can. If you're in a chair, come all the way down. That's available. If not, just stay right here. That's good too. And release the neck. Good. Inhale one more time. Arms up. Embracing the sky and a nice easy twist behind with both hands. little bit further than you went before. Use the drishti or the gaze to bring your head around. Inhale, arms up, and use the drishti to bring the head around. Good. Inhale, come to center. Let's warm up the hips. Let's just do some little circles with the right leg. And the other direction. If you want to do this standing, absolutely fine. Especially if you're on the mat. Just a few circles in each direction standing. I'll stand on the other side so you get what I mean. And then flex the foot out. Inhale. Exhale, point. Inhale, lift the opposite arm. Exhale, stretch it out. And drop that leg and wiggle it around. I'm going to show you what I mean when I stand and do this little warm up with the hips. It's easy. You can even do a balance. One way, then the other way. One way and the other way. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. Inhale, flex. This last one's really hard. Exhale, point. And stretch it forward. And release. So that's how we manage some of these choices we will do with our practice. Let's everyone stand, but we're going to use a chair as a prop. No worries. You can either do forward fold to the side. You can do it seated with feet wide like this. Absolutely fine. You can do Devi Asana this way, but I'm going to make a change and come to the back of my mat. Move my chair up. Bring my feet wide and just use the back of the chair as a prop. I love doing this. So inhale. As you exhale, bend the left knee, please. Come up. Inhale, exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, sowing the seeds of praise right here, my friends. Taking the awareness beyond anything that we can imagine. Inhale, and bend the right knee. Good, come to center. Inhale, bend both knees. Open the arms, Devi Asana. Bring praise, seeds of praise into the heart, into the belly, into the grounding place, Yesod. All the way into the root. Inhale, exhale, send that praise out as you exhale. Good. Inhale, grab the back of the chair, and as you exhale, hinge forward, or you can even push the chair forward, use it as a prop, or come all the way down to the mat. Your choice. I also have a block I can use. Let go and let go. Release the shoulders, release the head, release anything you don't need, burdens off the shoulders. Sowing seeds of praise. Breathing into the back. Sensing the flow of the water. Watering seeds of praise. All the way through the body. Inhale. As you exhale, hinge up. Bring toes out 45 degrees. Inhale, exhale, bend the knees. Open the heart center, sowing seeds of praise. Breathe. Check that the elbows are to the right and the left, that the hands are straight forward. Check your Devi Asana, your goddess pose. Inhale, exhale, star pose. Send that praise out. Every living thing beyond. Inhale, exhale, bring the palms together, press, 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 press. Bring all of that praise and love into heart center. Praise Yah. Anytime you choose to chant with me during this practice, it's always a great thing. When we're live, we do some chanting live. It's a little bit harder on Zoom, but we do our best. Now we are going to do some fertilizing, friends. I'm going to use my chair as a prop for sun salutation, but you can do any Surya Namaskar or sun sal that you wish. I'm going to walk you through it because we need some seeds for action. This is it. So bring hands into prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, and as you exhale, just bring the fingertips to the mat, or you can always use your chair as a prop. You don't need to get on the floor at all. Inhale, bring the hands to the shins, flat back, half fold. Exhale. Inhale, grab the chair or bring your hands down to the mat. Step back with the left and right feet into downward facing dog. If you're on the mat, you're pressing your palms into the mat and your heels into the mat. If you're with the chair, just allow your head to hang and breathe. Good. Inhale, exhale, press the hips into the chair or go all the way down to the mat and push up into Bhujangasana, Cobra, open heart. Bring your seeds of action in this energetic flow. Exhale, back into downward dog. Inhale, lift the right foot behind you. As you exhale, hug the knee into the chest and put it down onto the mat between the legs of the chair. And I just lost my ear. There we go. Bend the front knee, friends. Raise the arms. This is great even if you're doing the mat. Good. Or keep your arms down. If you'd like, step into the chair and raise the back leg if that's available, or just stay in a lunge. And then if you'd like, reach forward. And breathe. Good. Step both feet back. Downward facing dog. Exhale. And then step feet to the hands. Reverse swan dive. Hands in Anjali Mudra. Other side. We'll go a little faster this time. Good. Inhale, exhale, fingertips to the mat or on the chair. Inhale, half fold, flat back. As you exhale, step back the left and right foot into downward facing dog. Inhale, press the hips into the chair or come all the way down into cobra or upward dog. As you exhale, back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up behind you. As you exhale, draw that knee towards the heart and put it down on the mat. You're in Virabhadrasana or warrior pose, freedom pose. Inhale, exhale, step onto that front leg if you wish, and lift the back leg. Reach forward, another wish if you choose to do it. Good, step back with the left and right feet, downward facing dog. Exhale. Inhale, walk the feet to the hands, reverse swan dive. And hands are in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. Spirits rising, spirits rising. Oh, and release and shake it out. That should have been a good amount of fertilizer for those seeds. Inhale, send that energy out. Inhale, send that energy out. And one more. Inhale, awesome. Shake out the legs a little. That was great. So now we are sowing seeds of intention of Kavanah for our practice today. What's brought you to your Mishkan Ma'at, your holy mat gardening place today, where we're sowing seeds? Bring hands into heart center and think of what seeds that you need for yourself. What is a blessing that you want to sow today to see watered, fertilized, bloomed, grown, and harvested? This coming to our mat is sort of like studying what we need for ourselves. So feel the feet very strong into the ground or the mat. If you're in a chair, absolutely fine to do this in a chair. Bring hands to hip creases. I'm going to use my chair just as a balance, and then just sit back. And if you'd like, bring your blessing, your seeds of intention into the hands, the kavanah. Focus in on what is it that you need to harvest. Breathe. And then send that intention out to the world. Make it so. And shake the legs out. Good, one more time. Inhale as you exhale, sit lightly back into the chair. If you're in a chair, make sure that you're just at the front of your chair. And if you'd like to bring your arms out, and if you want to bring them a little bit higher, bring the seeds of intention into the mind's eye, into the third eye. And breathe. Inhale, exhale, and make that so, creating that force field of intention all the way. Hands at heart center. We will know that you are. We are one with the universe. And release. We're going to do triangle of flow for oneness now. Seeds of oneness, but I'm going to use the chair as a prop. And if you'd like to, you can do triangle seated. Just when I instruct you to bring your toes out, just do this and reverse, or to the other side. It's really easy to do triangle seated. But I'm going to use my chair as a prop because I like doing that. So inhale, exhale, bring the left toes out to face the end of the mat. Bring the right toes in at a 45-degree angle. Inhale, exhale, and open that right hip, please, because we want to be very flat, like a piece of cheese when we're doing triangle. Unlike warrior, when our hips are facing forward, this way our hips are facing front. Inhale, exhale, and release the shoulders away from the ears. Now lean way over that front leg. And I'm going to bring my hand onto the chair, just to give myself a little balance today. And listen to those seeds that you wish to sow. Listen for what you need. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. Bring the right hand to the right back thigh or onto the chair, then the left arm over. Inhale, one more time, lean way over that standing leg. Hand comes to the chair, and right arm up. The gaze is at the drishti, is at the thumbnail, or down, if the neck is talking to you. Inhale, exhale. Right hand, right back thigh, left arm over. And hands come to the chair, or just switch sides. Now bring the right toes towards the edge of the front of the mat. Bring the left toes in 45. Inhale and swivel that left hip open. Exhale. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, drop shoulders away from the ears. Lean way over that front leg before you come into Trikonasana, triangle, and listen. Listen to the one. Use the chair if you need it. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, left hand, left back thigh, right arm over. One more. Reach. And breathe. Still small voice within. Sowing seeds of oneness. Inhale one last time. Left hand, left back thigh, right arm over. Inhale, exhale. Bring the toes together, please. Hands are at heart center. If you choose to close your eyes, you may. Or just soften the gaze. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Hum M. And release. Shh. Shh. And release into Tadasana, my favorite pose, mountain pose. If you're able to stand and you've been seated the whole time, this would be a good time. If not, please be sure you're at the front of the chair and your spine is straight and your feet are on the floor as we stand at the mountain and we invite the seeds of spirit into our bodies, into our minds, our spirits. Hands are down to the sides, palms face forward. All the parts of the foot are connected with Shekhinah, with the earth. Crown extends up towards the source. The heart is open to the spirits of our ancestors as we imagine someone who sowed a seed of love in us so strong, a seed of hope and courage, of determination, of exploration, of joy coming into our feet, coming into our hips. Their heart becomes our heart. Their arms, our arms, their hands, our hands, all the way into our minds, which we have inherited, the good, bad, and the ugly, but let's just stick with all of the positive DNA that has come to us from the mountain. As we inhale, raise the arms up, and if you're seated in the chair, and you can do this, just raise arms up, and our hands are in Vajra Mudra, clasp with 4 fingers pointed up, and reach it up to that holiness of spirit, those holy seeds, and then a nice little bend over to the right. This swaying palm in the desert, inhale up, and over to the left. If you want to add a layer to this, you can always come up on the toes to balance and then heels down and sway over to the right. And then toes up. I can use my chair for support and then over to the left. Love it. Inhale up. And then release the hands behind you, massage the lower back, open the heart, become the flexible pine, the flexible palm of the desert. Inhale, and as you exhale, just release the arms and the hips. And this is our little dance that we do in the desert. Our dance of freedom today, our sowing seeds of possibilities and making our force field all the way around us, creating the force field of gratitude that we began in the beginning of our practice to include all of the spirits of our ancestors. Weaving that together, bringing the hands up, feel it come into the hands all the way down into the heart. Massage that power of spirit into the heart. And release. Excellent. I'm going to sit now again. If you would like to come onto the mat and do half bridge, perfectly fine for what we're going to do now or the stretch. But I'm going to be seated one more time as we do a little stretch. So if you're on the mat, just please bend the knees and bring the feet to the mat. Or if you're in a chair, just extend the right leg out, grab under the thigh. Inhale, and as you exhale, just rotate the foot to the left and the right as we sow some seeds of peace and memory. And inhale, flex. As you exhale, point, release any grief that you might be holding, any pain. Inhaling, because gardening requires a lot of weeding, and sometimes we have to pull out the bad stuff. So this breath is releasing anything we don't need as we exhale and point. Inhale, flex. As you exhale, bring the right ankle onto the left knee. If you're on the mat, just, you know what to do. Hug those legs in as you stretch out the right hip. Inhale, up. And fold forward. Release anything you don't need from the hip. Breathe through it. And then release that. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle on the mat. The knees are bent and the feet on the mat. That's great. Extend that left leg forward, grab under the thigh or extend the leg up towards the sky and rotate the foot to the left and the right as you breathe. Inhale and releasing. Inhale, flex. Exhale, point. And release that water flowing through the grief. Inhale, flex. And exhale. Inhale, flex, and bring that left ankle onto the right knee. Press down a little bit on that knee, just to open the hip. Same if you're on the mat. Hug back a little bit. Release the hip. Inhale, embrace the sky, and then release the shoulders over. And release. Inhale, stretch both legs out and bring the arms out. If you're on the mat, I suggest boat pose. So just come on to the sits bones, balance, and lift the legs and arms and breathe. Good. Inhale, exhale, drop the feet And extend the heart, opening the seeds of love. Exhale. Good, one more time. Lift the legs, lift the arms, reach for peace, reach for love. Inhale, exhale, drop the feet and extend the heart forward. Open the spirit. Sit right back down into the chair. We're going to do a Tai Chi move that I learned from our teacher, who's going to be back with us real soon. So inhale, God, let me go on. Inhale, open the knees. As you exhale, bring everything in. Close it down. Crunch in, crunch in, crunch in, crunch in. Inhale, open the heart, open the mind, open the possibilities. And as you exhale, crunch it in. Close it down. Protect everything. Like a butterfly in a cocoon. Sometimes we do have to close ourselves and protect. Excellent job, everyone. Wiggle around a little bit if you're on the mat. Spread yourself out. Bring the hands down to the sides. Maybe cover the knees with a blanket or the eyes and get ready for Shavasana. I'm going to turn off a little bit of light here. Just going to sit back in my chair and grab my little blankie. Now it's time to let our seeds rest and to absorb the waters, the fertilizer, all of our intentions, and be let go. It's time for the sun and the wind to do all of their work. The sun, the water, the wind, the earth, brought together in our Shavasana as we sit back, imagining ourselves and relaxing back into a 10-inch blanket of warm earth, almost like we are a seed, a large seed, promise and hope, courage, faith, and love. Allow the arms to become heavy, the legs to become heavy, as you imagine a warm blanket, like the blanket I put on my garden yesterday to keep the warmth inside, keep the seeds growing. Coming up over the feet, over the shins, over the knees, thighs, hands. A warm blanket of protection coming up over the belly, over the heart center, being tucked in, over the shoulders and under the chin. All of that warmth surrounding seeds that we planted, imagining them germinating. As we sense the beating of the heart, nekavim, nekavim, chalulim, chalulim. All of its openings and closings, allowing all of our seeds to be watered, fertilized, germinated. All the way out to the fingers, toes. Saying a blessing for the heart, for sending all of this oxygenation to every vein and artery. Saying a blessing for the feet for bringing us to our garden today. For the hands, sowing, weeding, watering, and harvesting. And for our brain, for its ability to expand and grow, to experience gratitude. Just take a moment to memorize this feeling. Complete, utter relaxation. Wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, becoming aware of the ground beneath you, the sounds around you. When you're ready, gather the knees into the heart center, roll to the right side. And then push yourself up to seated. Or just deepen the breath. Let the wind roar out of the mouth. Inhale and release. Bringing us back together for sowing seeds of healing into the world. We'll begin sowing with our heart center. If you'd like to call someone for healing, even yourself, if you know someone who's in need of our healing prayers, please say their names out loud to yourself, or if you care to unmute or place their names in the chat room. We bring all of those who are in need of healing, those captives still waiting to be released, caregivers, victims of war, hunger, famine around the world, and their caregivers, everyone who's struggling to sow seeds of peace throughout this world. We send them our healing prayers now. Thank you. Thank you. Refana. Let's bring some of that healing, some of those healing seeds into our heart. Inhale, open the arms. As you exhale, send the seeds of healing, the waters of healing, out into the world, to everyone who needs them. Inhale, bring the palms together. As you exhale, gather those seeds of healing all the way back down into the heart center for ourselves and for those we love. One more. Inhale, open. As you exhale, send the seeds of healing, the winds of peace out. Inhale, press the hands down all the way down. And once again, store those seeds in the center of love, beauty, of peace. And thank you all for spending this hour of seed sowing with me today. I wish you a day of harvest, of love, of bouquets, of joy, of light. Namaste. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you. Shalom.